Dear friends, dear supporters, necessary supporters, women and men, and I should say in advance, when I listened to the speech and the messages of Maryam Ajavi, I thought I can stay on my seat, because everything is said. It's now our role to deal after these messages. And believe me, what is my role, my understanding of this day and of the future, as just was said by Mrs. Chavez. I learned a lot from Camp Ashraf, and especially today when we fight as women for those who are suppressed, tortured, risk their life for more freedom and equality. Let's look at Camp Liberty, where still more than 2,000 people are waiting, being at freedom. And when I look around in the world, especially in Europe, but also in America, there's very little willingness to give them freedom, to take them over in their countries. There are sometimes the poorest ones, as Albania, who show more openness than all others. So we need credible signs that we take it serious to give freedom to human beings. Because a lot of women, especially women and children, are not treated like human beings. They are less respected and underestimated. And today I think, with our decision to form once more a strong group for deliberation of all who are suffering from suppression, we believe that we can be much stronger as we are at the moment. That's also true for women living in democratic states and societies. Sometimes we think it's all over, but let me express, we are living in a period of rolling back to periods we believed that was the past, but it's the present. What is going on in the world of war? We are creating wars over wars instead of dealing for more peace. And there is no freedom without peace. And we live in a world, since 1945, we never had so many refugees as we have now. And when I look to my own country, I have to say, I have deep feelings for my Chancellor Angela Merkel when she said, we can do it. We can make it better. And she was criticized a lot. You have to reduce the number. And where should these numbers be? Where should be open for them? Where should give them protection? And believe me, these refugees need more than protection. They need a belonging too, to contribute to solving the problems with us and not being excluded. But when we are talking about the people suffering from suppression, from torture, from being killed in Iran, it's not only Iran. When we look in the Middle East, to Saudi Arabia, when we look to Africa, there are persons also from Mali and other regions. This is a world full of tensions, full of exclusions, of intolerance. When Mrs. Rajavi wrote this book, Women Against Fundamentalism, please read it. It's today, once more, our jump to this future against fundamentalism. And one form of this fundamentalism is the Islam fundamentalism. And it's not the religion. Let's make the difference between Muslims and Islam fundamentalism. Because when we don't do it, we follow those saying they are all fundamentalists. They are all, then the next stage is they are all terrorists. Believe me, I don't have any trust in reforms of fundamentalistic, totalitarian emperors. It said those men, it's mostly men, they insist on having power over other human beings, uncontrolled. And it's really our duty, our deep attitude to say, stop it now. And we waited too long time in resisting. There were different groups. Of course, there was United Nations and other groups. But it was not a very strong movement. We stop here and no longer. And that is a big challenge for us, because those who have who believe to have less concern to this, stop silent. But as long as we stop silent, it's a kind of saying yes to what is going on in the world. We are strong enough, and I felt when I saw this afternoon, we have so much energy. In this room is so much female, and I will say at the same time, male energy against intolerance. Let us stick together and act together. And we, as shares of this new group, we are convinced we can organize women's force. It's like a task force, but it's our world which we have to change for the best of human beings. We will not destroy all kinds of violence. That's a long, long trip we have to encounter. But believe me, it's just the right moment in a world which is out of lines, where we don't know any longer what will follow tomorrow. We have to act now. And believe me, the United Nations, with the program of giving empowerment to women, we are strong enough. It's no longer, we all are learning all our life, but this process of saying first learning and then you can participate, that's over. Let's participate and show, as these women in resistance have done, we follow you. And we will follow you, Madame Rajavi, because also democratic society need leaders. And each of us can be a leader in his small world where he's living and collecting and connecting with other women and men to stop this unhuman dealing with human beings. We all have to suffer from it and can't be quiet and silent. I think we will be even better next year. But what has happened within 1 year is so amazing, is so encouraging. We go on and help us that we really stop this barbarian, unhuman behavior of human beings. It's now the time. Thank you.